behind you that want to win. We want to succeed in this. I've been approached of doing. I said no because it's not me, because I keep myself as a gentleman, and that's how I want it to go down. You know, I'm just not accepting money just to have money. That's what these youngers are. They're thinking as, you know, I'm going to take this. I got money. I'm making bank. No, look at the long run of it, where you're going to be then. And that's why I was telling you earlier, you know, building that brand where we want to go, you know. Like I said, for me, we're taking our time with this. We don't want to rush this. We want it to go further than what it is, and it will, because we see it coming. It's just a matter of time. You know, we sit back and we relax. We know it's going to happen for us, but it has to happen at the right moment.
What do you feel in regards to just personally? Like, what's the next step for you? You've done modeling, menswear influencing. I've seen you in all types of magazines. What's the next step for Irvin?
The next step for, you know, I've been wearing everybody else's clothes and shoes, and it's good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's good. I've been paying the bills around here, and I can tell you that, man, and I'm happy with that. The next thing for me is to put my own out there. And I'm going to put my own out there. And I could tell you, we were going to do it last month, but since this virus has stepped in, we was like, hold up, this is not the right time. And I don't want to approach, give my my brand and my care, oh, he hungry for money. No, I know the people need to buy groceries. I know they need to keep a roof over their head and things like that. That's most important right now. But I do understand that the city here is slowly reopening. So we thought about it, you know, okay, let's hold back and see how the city does. But everybody's still shopping online, you know. So I got something coming out real big, man, and we're excited about it. And I'm going to present it. We thought about it. It will probably be Wednesday or this coming Monday. We're going to present the Irvin Randle, you know, that I want to do. And I feel so good about it. And this is something I want to do. And I think my fans, I think they want to see it. And I think they will go for it, you know.
Okay. Tell me this. That has to have been a mentality shift going from, well, I'm cool wearing everyone else's clothes, but now I want to get into my own thing. So now, because of that, what has taken place is you're going to sort of be in where you got to draw a line in the sand, because people are going to ask you to wear their product.
Right.
How are you going to adjust in that world? But depending on what you make. So if it's menswear and it's suits, are you going to not brand for other people that make suits? Like, what are you going to do with that?
Well, the thing of it is, I make sure for my brand, when I sign these contracts, man, I could tell you, we leave it and have it in there. I work for you. I do for you. I post for you. But if Irvin Randle comes out with a brand, this is what he does, you know? And so we'll work it out that way. And I can tell you the people that I'm working for right now, man, Fashion Nova, Tab, Southern Gents, they're all on board with me. Hey, Irvin, we understand what you want to do. And it's time, you know, it's time for you to move forward and have your own brand. And they agree with me to work with me. You know, Fashion Nova owns, well, not owns, but they always tell me, it's Sunday Fun Day. You know, what you gonna do?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Hey, how was it? Knowing that it came out of nowhere. I noticed that you were a teacher, which we're going to definitely talk about, but that, you don't plan for that. You know what I mean? You don't plan for that to happen. How'd you deal with it when that viral action took place? How'd you deal with it?
And let me tell you, man, when it happened, I just couldn't believe it was happening. You know, a guy like me at that time, I was 54 years old. And when you're trending, you know, you're slowing down Instagram and Facebook for 3 days, you're slowing it down, and you're constantly on everybody's feed. And I could tell you, it was overwhelming for me at first. And I thought, this will go away, nothing will come of this. But I can tell you when the phone started ringing and there's somebody else on the other end say, hey, you know, how many people on your team we finna send for you? Come on here. You know, let's do this. We want to work with you. And that changed everything around for me, because like I said, I thought it would only last for 15 minutes and that was it. And everybody on Instagram said, oh, he'll only last 15 minutes. But I tell you, man, when you get in a position like this, and when TMZ picked it up and said, oh, he's replaced, there's a new sheriff in town, and I replaced the Santa Claus, man. So you know, that meant a lot to me. And that's all, well, we going somewhere. Let's ride this, you know, let's ride this.
For sure, for sure. I want to move into, because a part of Society Talks has a lot to do with who Irvin is. Of course, a lot of people can get lost in the success that you may have. A lot of people can get lost in what they see on Instagram, but that success has to come from years and years of preparation and being ready. So one of my opening questions for you are, what steps do you think played a part in your success? Like, what steps do you feel were the keys to your success?
The key for me is, man, I can tell you, it started for me in the 6th grade when I just noticed clothes, garments. And I could tell you that looking at my father, looking at my grandfather, looking at my uncle, how they were dressing. And, you know, as you know, 12 years old in the 6th grade, you know, you have to have a mindset of a mentor some kind of way. You kind of see what I'm saying? And that's what I took for granted. I looked at these guys, and then one day I saw the GQ magazine on the coffee table. I was like, oh, okay, I like this, you know, because I just thought only my father, uncle, and my grandfather was dressing like this, and looking at that magazine, oh, they doing it everywhere. I wasn't exposed to anything like that. So looking at that, man, and just building, and I was taken to another whole level, because I would tell my mom, hey, when we go to the mall, I want to do this, I want to buy this. She said, you can't wear that to school. I said, yeah, I will wear it to school. And I could tell you, wearing it to school, being comfortable in it, I didn't care what nobody said, you know. It was appropriate for me to wear it to school, and building that out there for me. And I thought nothing of it, because I could tell you, man, here in Houston, from elementary, middle school, high school, all the way into college, you know, they didn't know my name. They just know, oh, that's the guy that dress. That's him. That's the guy that can dress. And so I just kept that mentality. I kept it going. And it inspired me, the GQ magazine, man, just looking at magazine and seeing, you know, not only do I need to dress right, I need a manicure, I need a pedicure, I need a facial, you know, things like that. Small things like that really make a big difference. And learning those type of things, and my grandfather, my father showing me, oh yeah, this is what you do, you know, to keep yourself young and vibrant and all these kind of things. So looking at all those things and mixing that up, I never thought at this age it will come back on me and say, hey, you know, you're a mentor to some guys out there. These guys, man, I could tell you, they be hitting me up like, you know, what I need to do for this, you know, where I need to go for that. And they sending me shots when they're in the dressing room, you know, how this look on me, you know what I'm saying? Where you get the fedora hat from, man? I need a hat, you know. And so being a mentor for these guys, man, it's an awesome, great feeling to be in this position and giving guys some kind of direction where to go and what to do.
Gotcha.
A lot of guys don't have it. A lot of guys don't have it.
That seems like that seems natural for the part course for you, with you being a teacher. Like when I started Pretty Fly Society, I wanted to start out with to teach the influencer, right? So a lot of guys, when they got into it, they were like, well, I want to take pictures, I want to get the clothes sent, but I would tell them, you don't really know how to monetize what you do. Like, you don't even really know what your value is. You just think because you got a lot of followers, you're popping. When in reality, they gonna need more than that. Tell me about, in regards to the mentor side of things, some of the information that you've even learned from sharing it with other people. So giving some information out and then it coming back. How have you used some of your own information to benefit your career?
You know, man, like I said, the information that I have, some of the information I'm keeping, because I'm going to write me a book one day. I ain't going to tell you everything. I ain't going to tell you everything. I can tell you, you know, right now, I got a little squad called Silver Fox. Silver Fox. And we did a video, man, and these brothers, we're all over 50. And I can tell you, talking to them, and we kind of share things among each other as the 50 plus, you know, what you doing, you know, what you doing, you putting cream on this, what you doing, you know what I'm saying? So we talk among each other, you know, we got a lot of things that we share, you know, I got a couple of brothers in the group, you know, they call me and say, hey, Irvin, you know, what you think about this, you know, And I said, yeah, man, that may work for you, but let me see how it's going to work for you. Let's see how it's going to go far for you, you know. And being in that position, man, it feels good to give somebody some advice. You know what I mean? I got a son, he's 31. I give him advice every day, you know, but it's different than talking to grown men that want to keep things motivated, you know, because I can tell you with the 50 plus, man, you know, really, we supposed to sit down. We supposed to sit down and just let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but it's a new age. It's a new game out there. You know, we going to the gym. We doing things that these youngsters, that they could do as well. And some of us are doing it even better than them, you know? You know, so motivating them, we're trying to show them this is how you be. This is how you become a gentleman. This is how you act. Pull up your pants. Don't nobody want to see all that what you got, you know, things like that. You know, go to the barber shop, get your hair cut, you know, keep yourself nice, groom, and smell good, you know, things like that.
You know, smelling good, they would try to say was smelling good like it was a problem of some sort, like taking care of yourself. You talked about getting manicures and pedicures, like certain men aren't ready for that. You know what I mean?
Certain men not ready of that because, you know, they're, and I might get in trouble because they're so insecure.
Insecure. Yes,
they're insecure. Let me tell you something, man. And I'm going to speak for me because I can't speak for nobody else. Right. You know, certain men are not ready for certain things. And when I tell you that, when you walk in the room and you feeling good about yourself, you know you hitting it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a brother will look at you up and down, and he'll grab his woman to pull her closer because he's feeling a little insecure because he know he already know
he in trouble.
He in trouble.
He in trouble. Yeah.
He in trouble. And I could tell you, man, I have women DM me and they say, please help me with my husband. You know, he won't follow you, but please give me some suggestions to help me with my husband. And I said, well, you know, if he can't follow me and see what's going on, I don't know what to say, but I'll give you a few things, you know, that may help him, you know, because we're so insecure with things like you just said. I go get a manicure, pedicure, go get my little facial, go get my beard scrubbed, blow dried, you know what I'm saying? Things like that to get me going. And I feel good about it.
Hey, Irvin, I remember there was a time, even me myself, where I was like, yo, I'm not doing certain things, you know what I mean? Because I like to attach progress to everything, you know what I mean? Like it's a mentality, like it's growth, like it takes time to get to that point in your life. Right. But when I started to double back and think about it, it shouldn't take that long to want to be clean. You know what I mean? Like it should have took me that long. I just want to take care of myself. That's not like something that should take that long for you to think about. So with you sharing that, I really appreciate you sharing that information because it goes deeper than that. Some of them women will go past the DM. You see what I'm saying? They're ready to move beyond the DM because they're sick of what their man is doing, or he's not even attempting to change it at all.
Right. Man, I could tell you, you know, for me, I could tell you, man, growing the beard, I'm gonna let it grow because Gillette was just costing too much money for me. You know, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this every week. No, I'm gonna let this grow. It's cheaper to do this. You know what I'm saying? And I could tell you, growing the beard, and I was looking into the beard, man, I could say, you know, a lot of women say, oh, it's a collector. It collects all this dust and all this thing. But one thing about it is, man, you got to wash it. You got to clean it. You know, a lot of brothers don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And I could tell you when I'm out in public with the ladies and they want to hug me, they touch me. Oh, it's so soft. It smells good because you got to groom it. You got to keep it together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, some of these brothers out here, man, you know, I'm telling you, you know, you might want to invest in some balm and some oil and some, you know, some shampoo and keep this going because just because you got a beard, man, don't mean you popping. It don't work like that. I'm sorry, man. You know, I'm sorry, man. You know, when you get 60, you know, when you get 60, you just say whatever. It just comes up. I ain't holding nothing back. I shoot from the hip, and it is what it is.
Hey, listen, we never met face to face, but trust me, this is me at my core. You see what I'm saying? Like, I live in that space. That's why the conversation is so chill. That's why you can speak as freely because this is naturally how I am. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not moving like this because I'm on my phone right now.
Right. I see what you're saying. Right.
I'm gonna double back and get into some more questions for all the guests that's watching. If you have questions, you can now send your questions in. Please use the question box, though. That way we can bring them up and Irvin can see them as well. So please use the question box for me and my guy, Mr. Irvin Randle, today. Cool. I'm going to go into our first question from a guest. Let's see what we got. It's Miss Shayna. She says, within your success, what do you do to keep yourself centered?
You know, I'm still a school teacher, and man, we're doing this online virtual learning. It's new to all of us. I'm learning all the steps for that. That is keeping me centered. I wanted to retire last year. I said, nah, I want to see these babies here I saw coming up. I want to help them. Mm-hmm. So that kind of keep me centered. You know, my grandson, my granddaughter, they keep me centered, you know, as to I want a better future for them. I want a better education for them. And with that, we need money. We need revenue, you know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't want you to go, you know, we might have to have a little financial aid. I don't know. Yeah. But we want to have some cash for you to go somewhere and get a good education. And so, you know, and you can move it on to your children, you know. And so I think about things like that, man, to keep me centered and keep me alive and alert. Goals, you know what I'm saying? So all that helps me right there.
Gotcha,
so I hope that helps.
I talk more. I would ask questions about like parents. So when someone asks me, how do you stay centered? It's what was rooted in me from birth. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
My mother gave me certain things where it's like I don't really have to be boisterous, or I don't have to be flamboyant in a way where it's off-putting. You know what I'm saying? It's just me and naturally who I am. That's right. I'm going to go into some more questions here. We got the guests. They're starting to fill them up. They love you.
Okay.
I actually like this question from the Ethiopian kid. It says, what does being an adult mean to you?
Mature.
You know what? And I guess some people think because they pay bills or they got a child or they have these things, that's not being an adult.
That's not being an adult. You know, no. Being responsible and acting like an adult. You know, we got, like you just said, man, we got people out here, you know, 50, 60 years old, and they still acting like they're 12 years old, you know. Hey, grow up. When you're going to grow up? It's time to grow up and see life work is better than and what it is, you know. Just open your eyes a little wider, you know.
Gotcha.
You know.
I'm going to move into another one of the questions from the guests before we get back to mine.
Okay.
Uh-oh. How do you feel? How do you deal with all the attention you get from the younger ladies?
Oh man.
So I answer it for him. He taking all the young boys chicks out here.
It's, you know what, you know, it just makes me tickle when I say, oh, you need to be my sugar daddy and things like that. You know, that tickles me. You know, I never thought of somebody saying, please be my sugar daddy. No.
They say please. They put please.
Yeah, they put please. They say please, man, please. And you know what, man? No. You know, I'm a man. I'm human. Sir. I'm a man. I'm human. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you, you know, one of the things I learned from my dad, he said, you can look without looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so if you see something beautiful, you acknowledge it. And I do. You know, if I'm out, I will acknowledge, oh my God, you're beautiful and you smell awesome. You know, things like that. But right now, not in a position to be doing anything extra.
Tell me something. Talk about how important relationships are.
You have to have a good communication. You know, you got to be on the same page every day, not one day. You know, that's what gives longevity out of marriages and things like that. You know, my parents, my grandparents, my great grandparents, only way they were ended, it was by death. You know, it was to death do us part. You know, and I've learned the hard way, you never go to bed angry, you know, talk about it. Don't get mad, talk about it. You have to come to some kind of conclusion where you both agree. You're not going to agree on everything. I can tell you some things I get mad and upset with because I don't like it. But we have to sit down and, you know, we talk about it to build a relationship where we want it to go, you know, and don't be afraid. You know, as brothers, we're so afraid to say, you know, I love you. You know, I was thinking about you. You know, I miss you, you know, and when you walk in the room, you make my heart beat, you things like this, you know, they stepped away from. But I can tell you, for me, you know, having that older generation telling me about how to treat, how to act, and what to do, it'll give you that round relationship that you're looking for. Just don't settle for something because they got money, they got a car, they got a house, and all this kind of stuff. You're not going to be happy in that. It's not going to get you nowhere. So find you somebody that's going to be good to you, going to treat you right, you know, and tell you they love you. Even at the worst day you have it, you look beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And that makes a relationship, they stand so strong. Those little small things that you do, it goes a long ways and better than those big things that you try to go out and buy.
But now tell me about relationships in business, because we know that in business, the I love yous aren't always productive. The nice responses aren't always productive. It doesn't help you get to where you want to go. So how do you go about handling the relationships in business?
Well, you don't mix that. You don't mix that. Let that stay separate. When you know, I could tell you by being here, there's some things I ask your opinion about it. You know, what do you think about this? And if it's good, I listen. If it's not, I understand. You know, I look at it all the way around. You know, I could tell you taking a picture or something. What you think about this picture? You think the ladies will like this picture? And yeah, I think they would. You know, but keeping things separate. You know, I could tell you when it first broke off for me, man. You know, like I said, we thought it was just 15 minutes. But when you call or go here, and there, and we was like, oh, you got a brand now. You know, that's when I went to my family and say, okay, do y'all want to be involved in this? Because, you know, Instagram and Facebook, they like to know about your personal, you know, besides what else you're doing. And so I went to my family and two said no. They said, no, we don't want none of this because we don't want nobody digging into our lives, you know. And we're out in the street trying to grocery shop and do things like that. We just want to live, you know, that normal life, you know. Versus my daughter, she said, yeah, Dad, let's do this. Let's go. You know, I want to do this, you know. And I could tell you when she's out now, you know, they recognize her now, you know, and she's like, Dad, you know, people always pulling and want to smell you and things and hug and take. I said, well, you asked for it. That's what you get. You know? You know? So things like that, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I think that you really can't prep. You can't prep for how you're going to deal with someone else's response to you. You know what I mean? The best way you can do is be grounded and still in that. You know what I mean? Be yourself.
All the time. Humbleness would take you a long ways. For sure. A long ways.
We don't go into. They burning us up, man. They asking a lot of questions. Let me turn that around. That's back on me, and let's do this one here.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Queen, we got some good ones. I'm going to try some other ones. All right, so my man Coffee Black got a pretty good question.
Okay.
At minimum, how many suits should a man own?
A man should own, I could tell you, you know, we're so into the basic colors, black, gray, the dark blue, you know, just basic. You know, don't be afraid to explore other colors. I got a yellow suit, man, it's tough. This dude in Houston made it for me, it's tough. I got a pink suit, I got a green suit, you know, I got different colors, I got plaids, you know. Don't be afraid. So when I say do that, explore, it builds your wardrobe, how many suits you have. You know, you should have more than one option when you get ready to go out into a function or to an event. Just don't wear that, oh, he had the black suit on the last time. You know what I'm saying? Have more than one option hanging in your closet that when you go places, hey, when you walk in, trust me, they'll notice because they just ain't saying that, but they'll notice what you're wearing. You know?
For sure.
Yeah, they'll notice it, you know?
I think my I like to use the frame. It's an old school term, but I like to use the term peacocking. Call it peacocking.
I know about peacocking. I know about it. I know.
Hey, Irvin, I'm cut from an older cloth, man. I'm cut from a much older cloth, brother.
I see, my brother.
Yeah, man. All right, let me go here for you. All right. Well, I don't think that one's going to be a progressive question. Oh, here we go. Miss Nene Glover, very good question. What do you teach?
Where do I teach?
What?
Oh, what do I teach?
Yeah.
I could tell you I was teaching fourth grade reading and writing, and my principal moved me to first grade because those kids were just falling in love when they were coming to my classroom, and they were just falling in love with me. And she said, you know what, let me move you to first grade. So I am self-contained in first grade, man. And I could tell you, enjoying every moment of it. You know, it's a challenge. You know, some days it's got its goods and its bads. Yeah. But I could tell you, seeing their smiling faces, you know, man, they get so comfortable with you. They had started calling me Daddy. Daddy, can I go to the restaurant?
Yeah.
Man, they had said, Daddy, he's telling us stop hitting me, Dad. He's telling us stop. You know, and I was like, you better stop calling me Daddy. Don't you take that home. Don't take that home. Yeah.
Your daddy ain't
around
happy about that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go into another one before I ask you this. Let's check this. Because we got a lot of good questions from guests.
Okay, cool.
From I Am Too Mellow says, what are some good colognes you recommend?
Tom Ford.
Okay.
Orchard, Tom Ford. I wear that. I wear Gucci Blue. Okay. Wall Street, New York. Okay. Awesome. Okay. You know, when you leave the room, it's still in there. You know, awesome smell. It gives that cologne scent that just is just like a turn on scent. You know, awesome. So those are my main three I would suggest.
Okay, cool. Before I go into them, I'm gonna go back to one of mine. Earlier I asked you about your keys to success. Right. But with this question, it's slightly different. It's more so, who are some of the people that have assisted you on your journey, and what was their love language or leadership style? So what pushed you, and how was it, like, how was the information given to you? Like, how do you receive it? Well, do you need to be, somebody to micromanage you, or do you just need to be given a game and you can jump out there?
You know, for me, man, I could tell you, I do need direction sometimes. You know, I could tell you, my manager, and then I go out with a security guard and things like that. I do need to be told, because sometimes I forget when I'm out there who I am. You know what I'm saying? I wander off, you know, when I'm in the club or something like that. I wander off, and, you know, it don't look too safe there, but I'm over there, you know. And I can tell you, I'm from the hood. Don't nothing scare me. You know, I'm from the hood. So, you know, my manager, the security guard, when they're with me, oh, Irvin, don't go over there. Don't do that. Stay right here. Stay right here. You know, I have to have that sort of management there. And I can tell you, when we're out taking pictures, you know, they tell me, Irvin, turn it on. You're not turning it on. Turn it up. You know, turn it up. And I need to hear that. When you tell me that, you know, I'll cock my head and wink my eye and do things like give it that pose that, you know, they want to see. So I need little small things like that, you know, to kind of guide me, you know, a little bit.
Did you play sports when you were a younger man?
Let me tell you, if you're familiar with Houston, I went to Sterling High School, and I tried my best to get out there, man. And when I got out there, and them dudes was hitting it, I said, "Oh no, man, no, y'all had this. No, I ain't." You know, my uncle played. My uncle, he played. I can tell you, my uncle's just 3 years older than me, so you know how that is.
Yeah.
And my uncle played basketball. My dad is a football player. My grandfather was a football player, and I thought it was in me to get out there. And I said, "Nah, I can't do this. Nah, y'all had that one right there, you know." So
that's a bet. That's a bet. All right, I'm gonna go into some of the questions from the guests. Let's see what we got here. All right, this is pretty good. Mr. Daryl Jones says, outside of the classroom, do you mentor young men in the community?
Say it again.
Outside of the classroom, do you mentor young men in the community?
Yes, I do. I could tell you today, and by being home, you know, being quarantined like this, I had about 6 guys reach out to me today. Hey, Irvin, what can I do? You know, and that one is in California, one is in Georgia, and you know, what can I do? Help me. I need help. And I can tell you, texting and going back and forth with them, and I can hear the tone in the text as to, I'm afraid, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to step out and do what you want to do. People gonna say something about you either which way, you know? They're gonna do it, you know? You can't please everybody. You know, I've learned the hard way. My mother told me, hey, everybody don't love you, you know? Everybody don't love you. Move forward, keep going, you know? For as mentoring the young guys, I do help them the best that I can. When I'm in these different cities, like the guy I was talking to today in LA, I said, okay, I got connections in LA. You know, I said, man, don't yank my chain. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm gonna give you this guy number. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell this guy that you're gonna be calling him, and you know, my word, you know, he's gonna help you. He's gonna get you where you need to go for your pictures, you know, things like that. So I try to guide these guys in a right direction. You know what I mean? Guys coming to me want to be a model and things like that. And I look, you got the look, but you got to keep the look. You know what I mean?
You got to sculpt the look. You got to keep keeping it up every day.
You got to keep it up every day. You know, I got one guy, man. He got long hair. He's fantastic. He got a nice look on him. His beard is too heavy, and he don't understand, you know, what's wrong. You know, trim your beard down a little bit. You know what I mean? Giving advice and things like that you could proceed forward. You know, and get those ambassadorships out there. They're looking for things like this. You know, but you got to groom up a little bit and make it presentable as to, hey, we want you. We need you. What can you do for us? You know, we need you to do this for us and bring some numbers up and bring some money in, you know, things like that. You know, so.
Let them know, too. I think that there's this misnomer that there's a particular way to do it. And that's, in my opinion, it's not the case. Like, I feel like there's like a professional way of doing things. And you do professional things your way. You see what I mean? So that way, when you're in any environment, you're always comfortable in that environment. You know what I mean? You're asking information, you're asking questions. You want to make sure that you yourself are the first and the most comfortable, because you're the one that they asking to turn it on. So you got to be comfortable.
Exactly. You got to be comfortable within yourself. You know? Yes.
I'm gonna take it here. We're gonna go into some more questions. You speak Portuguese? No, I just learned a little Spanish. Hang in there for a little while. Let's see. All right. My Soul Singer, 1983. Very good question.
Oh, that's my homeboy. That's my homeboy in New York.
Oh, okay. Shout out to him. He says, who's your
Shout out New York, man. Stay safe.
Gotcha. He said, who's your favorite host when you're in the city in New York? Okay.
Oh, man, don't try me. You know what? This dude here, let me tell you, we went to, you know, when I'm always in New York for Fashion Week, man. This, you know, I met this dude. I actually met this dude here in Houston. I went to a SWAC football game. And, man, they had me on the field walking around just waving and, you know, at the people and everything. And this dude walks up to me and he said, say, man, you know, you came to New York. When you come to New York, I can show you around, you know, things like that. And I can tell you this brother here, he goes out of his way. He come pick up me and my team, you know, and he take us to Harlem, Brooklyn. We go out to eat. We go to clubs, you know, things like, oh, man. And, you know, because one thing about it, when I was first going to New York, I just go in and get in and come on out, you know, and I stay in a hotel room. There was so much to do in New York. Where do you go? What do you do? You know, and this brother stepped in, and I can tell you, coming to New York and having family there, he's family now, because we get in the car and we act a fool, you know, things like that. We don't hold nothing back, you know, things like that. So I appreciate that, brother. I love New York, man. I hope they stay safe. I'm seeing that they are the crisis of all of this. And I pray for those people there. You know, those numbers are frightening me. And when I look at TV, you know, man, if you've been to New York, you know, the streets are like crawling with ants. There's people everywhere, you know. And then when you see pictures now, there's nobody in the streets, you know. It's just so scary. It looks like I Am Legend to me, you know.
It sure does. Damn, that's a good point. I ain't think about it like
that. You know.
Damn. I tell you what, Soul Singer, 1983, it's a pleasure to meet you as well, brother. Thanks for the questions, so on and so forth. Let me go into some more questions from our guests.
Okay.
Let's see here. I like that one. From Candle Creek. What's your exercise regimen?